Hello everyone and welcome to Dungeons & Gamers. I will be your host for this tutorial, Sarge. Today we'll be showing you part 1 of our Halo Ultra Elite cosplay build. We will be starting at the top and working our way down, starting with the helmet. Before we begin, you can find the exact templates we use in this video in the description box below. For this build we use two types of foam, standard half-inch thick floor mat puzzle and 6mm or 1/4-inch craft foam. This will be the final product of this tutorial. It is fairly simple design and can be modified to fit different elite types as well as different head sizes. Without further delay, let's get started. First, we'll begin by locating the templates below and printing them to scale. When printing from PDF, you will need to scale the templates down to 75% in order for the patterns to be full scale and fit the pages you are printing on. Once you have all the pages printed, go ahead and cut out all of your patterns. We'll start with the face plates. Be sure to flip the pattern over to achieve a left and a right side of the main plate. You only need one of the Y plates that are shown. When gluing the plates together, I prefer using contact cement, but hot glue will also work just as well. This can be obtained through Walmart or most hardware stores. Begin gluing the Y plate in between the left and right face plates. Be sure to do so with the Y plate at a lower level to achieve the two-tier effect as shown. Setting the faceplate assembly aside, move on to the lower back plate. With this piece, you will want to trace the pattern and then flip it over again to give it a mirrored effect and one full-size piece, just as shown. We will begin to form the base of the helmet by gluing the front and back plates together. If the base is not to the shape you want, you can apply a little bit of heat from a heat gun to form it and create the right shape for your head. At this point, we'll be switching over to our 1/4-inch craft foam. We'll begin to cut out the nose and top of the helm pieces as shown. You will need one of each part. Set aside the helmet top and begin to heat up and form the nose piece. The end result will be a dish shape. Again, this can be achieved by heating and forming the foam. As for the helmet top, apply glue in between each of the seams and close them together, forming a dish shape. Attach the nose piece to the top of the Y faceplate and be sure they are level with one another. Find the second helmet top piece. You'll be doing the same mirroring of the template as on the back plate. Join the two top pieces together as shown. It will take a bit of pulling and forming to make everything line up properly. If you need to, you can trim the top piece to fit. Once the top of the helmet has been assembled, you can begin to attach it to the nose piece as shown. Locate the I-beam piece and glue it into the open gap at the back of the helmet top as shown. You only need one of these pieces. Next, cut out a mirrored piece of the back top plate as shown. Again, only one of these will be needed. When attaching the top back plate, glue it down so that there is a slight overhang to get a tiered effect. As the plate is glued around the edge of the helmet, slowly begin to lining up the pieces until they are flush at the front as shown. Previously attached I-beam and glue it down to the center of the top back plate. The helmet should begin to take shape at this point. We're almost done. Trace out two of the jaw plates. Remember to flip the template over to achieve a left and right piece. Close to the flat end of the jaw plates, you'll want to cut a 45-degree bevel. Using a sharp knife to achieve this will make the cleanest cuts. Glue the jaw plate from front to back, starting at the eye slot. As you glue, there will be some excess on the jaw. Glue this piece excess, the beveled end, onto the top of the back top plate. Finally, find the two-piece crest template. Lining these two parts up and taping them together will create the full-size crest template. You will need two pieces, a left and a right. Heat forming these parts will give them a slight curve and will help bring together the covenant look that we're going for. To attach these pieces, you will begin by gluing them into one side of the helmet, front to back. At the I-beam, the crust will remain divided. There will be gaps in the back of the underside of the helmet. These are there intentionally to allow for more comfort and more airflow during extended periods of wear, especially at conventions. And there you have it, part 1 of our Ultra Elite series from Halo. Subscribe for more updates in the near future and for part 2 of this build, the shoulder guards. I'll see you next time.